Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, the NA Miata is getting a full overhaul on a lot of stuff. We'll get into it, but I'm excited that I've been telling you guys for a while now that the NA Turbo Miata is gonna be getting a full overhaul, full suspension, and also some brake upgrades and stuff too. So we are finally doing that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this thing just wrapped up a hill climb. Miata's at the Gap, and let's just say the full suspension on this thing is from 1990. I've never done the bushings on it. Still has all the stock control arms. It only has BC coils. It has no sway bars, no end links, nothing like that. And all the hubs are still all factory. I know a lot of you are probably gonna cringe in the comments down below or watching this, but yes, everything is literally still factory on this car, and you can really tell now that, you know, we're getting into more aggressive driving with this thing, like hill climb, track days, all that stuff too. So we really need to take care of all that, because having a hub failure or anything like that, and the full suspension is so old, the bushings, the car is going to drive so much better. It'd be a lot more safe. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. We're going to be basically removing all of the old factory arms, and I have some new factory arms over here, I guess used new, but these have all brand new poly bushings in them. You can actually also see these, I'll be changing the hubs out as well for some actually BroFab hubs, which I'll be talking about a little bit later, but these also already have extended ARP studs, which is awesome. And then these also have the Zerk fitting, grease fittings on them as well. So we'll be able to, that's pretty cool. I picked these up from a local guy, but we're actually finally gonna be putting them in. I've actually probably had these arms for about a year now. So we can see we have the rears, and then also the fronts, and then the rear uppers right here. So super awesome. Already the bushing's already done, because a lot of you know how much bushings suck to do on these things. So yeah, other than the only thing we're not changing out right now is gonna be the coilovers. Eventually we're gonna be doing some Zetas on this thing, hopefully. But right now the BCs will be just fine for right now to end off this year into next year. But yeah guys, I'm super pumped. Let's go ahead and start removing all of the old arms off of the NA. But go grab yourself a snack, a drink, and sit back and enjoy. So first things first, we're going to start in the rear here. What we want to do is we're going to remove this caliper. We're not going to be using the caliper anymore, but for now we're going to be taking the caliper off, take the rotor off, and then we'll be able to get to the axle nut here more freely, and then we'll start working on the arms. We'll just pop this caliper up on like a zip tie for now, because we're not going to be changing the brakes today. So just let it hang on a zip tie until we actually remove the caliper for a 1/8 caliper. And yeah guys, let's remove this caliper and start the process. Nice, nice, nice. Look at that bad boy, it drops all the way down. honestly, let's probably leave this guy back in here. That's probably gonna be the biggest one there. Wow. That's crazy. This freaking, the eccentric washer was stuck on there, dude. That was wild. That puppy didn't want to come off. Take this bad boy back out. Yeah, there we go. Everything wants to come now. Well guys, I completely forgot when I put this diff in, it's an LSD, Torsen diff. I forgot, because this car was open diff. When I went and got the diff and bought it off the guy, the axles were actually seized in the hubs, so I put them on the car and never removed them, so these are actually seized in the hub and everything. So I think I'm just gonna buy new axles. This car probably deserves it. Obviously these axles are fine, but I completely forgot about that. I was trying to take the axle out and it is definitely seized in there. I might try a little bit more, but this whole entire assembly is ready to come out, but the axle is stuck in here, and this is really common for it to be stuck, and also this bolt to be stuck down here too. But yeah, I think I might just get some new axles off Rock Auto. These things are pretty crusty anyway. They've done the car really well, but I don't know. I'm sure if I want to keep messing with this, it's wasting time trying to take this thing out. So I'll probably just order some new axles, and they'll just be mated up with the new arms over there. So let's move on to the front and get that knocked out. So as far as the fronts go, obviously there's no axle, so we'll be able to remove everything. I think the hardest thing on a Miata to remove is this top bolt up here all the way. Obviously we'll have to remove this one all the way because we're removing the entire thing, but we'll start with the brakes again, take the rotor off, and then we'll work on getting the sway bar, the tie rod and everything taken off, and then we'll get the coilover bottom bolt taken out, and then we'll work on the actual arms and everything. So let's see how well and how smooth this one goes. And just like that, with a little hammering, they come off. And we definitely don't need these bad boys anymore. You guys can see that lip on there, right there. That is not good. Trash. Let's look at these hubs, dude. These hubs have never been changed that I know of. I've never changed them, and I've had the car for like 8 years now. I mean, like, they don't seem horrible. They don't have any play. They're not making any noise. I just can't see if there's any heat on them because, you know, all the cake of dirt and all that crap on there, but nice. Well guys, it's a few days later, and we got the full Miata torn down. I didn't film the full passenger side, taking all the arms out and everything, but we got all these crusty arms out. So this is all of the actual like OEM stuff. Literally it's been there since 1992, and all the bushings are shot. You guys can just see how crunchy that is. All the surface rust too, and like I said, the axles are seized in there, both sides.
left and also right, but we got all the fresh stuff all ready to go. And like I said before, this stuff has Zerk fittings for grease fittings, and then this has all new poly bushings in it. So that'll be a huge upgrade compared to all this crap that we took out of the car. So the car's gonna definitely feel a lot better, I bet. But wrapping up over here, you guys can see everything is out of the car. I took the sway bar and links off too. We still are gonna run the stock rear sway bar in here, but the only thing left is literally the coilover. You can see that we took out the axles and stuff. Just put all the brake calipers on the car, hung up with zip ties for now, because obviously we're upgrading all of this stuff. If you guys didn't know, we're doing 1.8 calipers in the rear with the upgraded sport rotors. And then coming up to the front as well, on both sides, we have everything out. We're gonna be getting new, I think the tie rods are actually pretty good. There's no play in them on both sides, so I think those should be pretty good. And then on the other set, we have new outer tie rods here, and also the ball joint as well. This one's like so shot. You can see it's all crusty in there, but everything's out up here. And again, these calipers are going, and I'll be showing you guys what we're gonna be putting on the car. But everything is out and about. We got Rue in here. But yeah guys, the only thing I guess I have to do is take this one off. It was kind of seized on there. But got everything out, and we are basically ready to go. Got the rear out here too. But we are basically ready to go to put the new arms in. So the next video that you guys do see is us putting all the new arms in. And then we have a huge parts list, which I'm about to show you guys to put on the car. This car, I've had it for so long, but haven't really upgraded anything on it. So now's the time, and let's go ahead and dive into what we're actually gonna be putting on the car. So starting off, you guys have seen this. We are putting the 9 Lives Johnny air dam on the car, and we're gonna be running all brake ducting from the front, but that'll be a whole separate video and everything. And in this big box right here, we actually have the AFCO calipers from Super Miata. They just released this kit. It's this 1175 big brake kit. So I'll dive more into that once we dive over to the table. We have a Racing Beat front sway bar now. This is the thick boy, and it's the 2-way adjustable. So this is going to be sick. Like I said, we're running stock sway bar in the rear still, and then we're going to be running the Racing Beat up front. But starting off with the brakes here, we have the Goodwin Racing 1.8 rear calipers to upgrade if you have the 1.6 car. And this allows you to run, or I guess if you have a 1.8 car and also a 1.6 car, this allows you to adjust the caliper out, so you can then run the sport rotors that I have right here from Rock Auto. And then these are gonna be the G-Lock pads that we're gonna be running R10 up front, and I think I'm gonna run R8 or R10 in the rear, but I still have those rears coming, but these are the front brakes, sorry, the front pads. We have all of the, basically I got all from Super Miata, the 1175 right and left for the brake ducting, and then 2 brand new rear axles from Rock Auto as well, because those other ones are seized. And here's the cream of the crop right here. Like I said, AFCO brake calipers from Super Miata, and these bad boys are pretty, man. This is actually the same setup that Philip is running on his car, and it's pretty good. So went with these, and I'm really excited to see the difference between 1.6 calipers. I know it's gonna be huge, but look at this rotor too. This is the new front rotor. Crazy, crazy difference. And then we also have all new, basically eccentric bolts. Definitely want to change those out if you've never done that before. We have brand new end links and also front sway bar reinforcement brackets from R Theory, of course. And then this is the new mounting brackets for the sway bar up front. So guys, we have so much coming for this car. As you can see, whole parts table. And we have a lot to do because we have a November 5th event at Road Atlanta. So we got to get this thing all up and dialed with all the new parts. We have a lot to do, like I said. But next video that you guys do see, we'll be installing all of the new arms and most likely axles. And I actually do have one more part coming. It's actually from AWR. I'm getting the motor mounts because my motor mounts in this car are OEM, and my motor is actually pretty much sideways in there. So I think the driver's side mount is trash. So I went and picked up AWR motor mounts. So we'll probably next video install the motor mounts, all the arms, and the front sway bar axles and stuff. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited, and this thing is gonna be pretty mint here pretty soon. So definitely comment down below if you guys are excited for the content. And as always, GPG, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys. We'll see you in the next one.